Hi, my name is Room. Welcome back to Start Pages. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite book adaptations. So, a while back, I was the type of reader who, when I watched an adaptation, especially like the book to movie adaptations, I expected the movie to be the exact same thing as the book, and I would get so upset whenever they change, content when it's being translated. And now, if a movie is like very close to the book, I will enjoy it very, very much. But I've grown and changed my way of thinking. Yeah, sometimes I find myself liking the changes or the direction that the adaptation took that's different than the book. Sometimes I don't still, but I've changed, grown. Also, sometimes I end up separating the book and the adaptation into two different stories in my mind. So for some of these adaptations, I've actually never read the books. Listen, hear me out. You know when you watch an anime and like the anime is so good that you want and you want more of the story, and like the anime is not finished, so you read the manga, or like the anime is finished but you feel like something is missing, so you read the manga to find out like the OG story. That's what happened. So like I watched the movie and I love the movie. I watched the TV show and I love it, and I'm like, yeah, I need to read this book. So that's what happened here. I don't care how when that happens, I don't care how close the two stories are. I just love this media, so I'm hoping I'll also love this piece of media. So I'm going to be separating this video into 3 sections. Have not read the book, have read the book, and in between we're like a part of a series and I've read like some books or one book in the series and have not completed this series. So section 1, have not read the book. How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is a part of my personality. I watched all of those movies. Like I remember watching How to Train Your Dragon when it first came out on accident, and I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed with this movie. I'm currently rewatching Race to the Edge at this not at this very moment, but like currently rewatching Race to the Edge and the movies, but I'm like watching it in order. So, How to Train Your Dragon, fundamental part of my personality. Hiccup and Astrid are some of the earliest characters I remember like accidentally copy and pasting their personality. I remember stealing stuff from Hiccup accidentally and like one day realizing like, wait, this is a Hiccup thing, or this is an Astrid thing. I don't think I've ever done that before, Hiccup and Astrid. Okay? Yeah. So this adaptation, all 3 of the movies, the TV shows, they're my favorite in spite of the books because I haven't read the books. I actually have the first book here because I borrowed it, but I haven't read it yet. I plan to read it. So I know that the TV show, like the movies and things are very loosely adapted. Like I know the book is very different. I even googled the differences, and I think I will enjoy them as 2 different stories. The next thing, The Fault in Our Stars. I don't care what you're going to say about this book. I don't care what you're going to say about John Green's writing about John Green. I don't care how cheesy you think it is. The Fault in Our Stars. The Fault in Our Stars. Hazel Grace Lancaster and Augustus Waters, they were it for me, okay? They were amazing for me. I don't know why. They just were. That's all I have to say about this book. The ending, it hurt me personally. It was a personal offense to me, but I I love it anyway. Next thing, Princess Bride. I love this story. I don't know why. There's just something about it that gripped me. No, I forgot that I cannot speak like this on the internet. There's this thing I do there's this thing I do where I talk, where I pronounce words incorrectly on purpose, and then I accidentally do it in spaces where I'm not supposed to do it, like in school, talking to teachers, and they're like, at your at your age, like in your grade level, I'm in 6th form, and these people think I don't know how to speak. I know how to speak. I do it on purpose, okay? So I can do it here. I feel like I can do it here. What was I saying? The story gripped me. The romance, I love it. My name is Inigo Montoya. You Kill My Father. Love that. I love that. Yeah, but it's really the concept of the story and like the overarching, like all the big connecting subplots connecting to one. That's what had it for me. Next thing, every single Cinderella Story movie, all those All of those. A Cinderella Story movies, the one with Selena Gomez, my favorite. The one with Hilary Duff, iconic. Sophia Carson, amazing. Lucy Hale, top of the top. I love all of them. Like, listen, I don't care if it's bad, like the one with Laura Marano. I'm still going to love it just because it's that story. I was a character in a book and somebody was describing, like the author was describing me with like important aspects. They would have to mention that I've seen every single Cinderella Story movie, and every time a new one comes out, I watch it. I don't care how bad it is. I watch it. The whole thing. Okay? I've seen every single one of them. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't mean like Cinderella retellings. Like, I don't mean like the Cinderella live action with what's her name, that blonde girl. I don't mean that. I mean the specific genre, the specific brand of. It's always Cinderella Story something. So you have a Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff, that's the OG one, right? Then you have another Cinderella Story with Selena Gomez, and then you have a Cinderella Story of Once Upon a Song with Lucy Hale, and then a Cinderella Story, If the Shoe Fits, with Sophia Carson, and then finally a Cinderella Story, A Christmas Wish with Laura Marano. That one was the worst one, but it's okay, it's fine. I watched it anyways. I watched it over again. I watched it. It doesn't matter. It was okay. Okay. Give me any iteration of that basic plot, that basic storyline, I will eat that up. I love it every single time. Okay? I don't know why. I just do. Okay, now we're on to the next section. I have read the book. First thing, Anne with an E. I have a whole video where I talked about how Anne with an E I talked about how the adaptations of Anne of Green Gables did the story better than the books did, but Anne with an E is my favorite. I watched it multiple times and I will continue to rewatch it. I just feel like there were certain aspects, like the darker aspect, well, they were darker, but I just feel like Anne with an E took like Anne's circumstance and portrayed it in a way that would be more realistic to how a person in her circumstance would be treated, and how, more realistic. Next thing, Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Listen, I am a recently confirmed heathen, and I'm going to ignore the Christian propaganda in the Narnia books and the Narnia movie because I love that franchise. If any piece of media was going to accidentally convince me to return to being a Christian, it would be this. Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe would try to send me to heaven. It would try to save my soul, okay? I don't know what drugs are in this movie and like in these books, but I'm addicted. Next, Divergent. Listen, I know everybody's critiquing Divergent for this and that, and that's fine. That's amazing. Critical reading and all that. I don't care. I love these movies. I know you're talking about how the movies are bad. I don't care, okay? I love these movies, especially because they changed the ending. Because that ending hurt me personally. I did not know that could happen. Poor baby Daniel did not know. I don't want to spoil it, but like, I know this book is old, but like, okay, spoiler warning. I didn't know the main character could die. Like, not one of the main characters. The main character. I didn't know the main character could die. End of spoiler. If you have read another book where that has happened, put it in the comments, because I have never read another book where that has happened. And I think Veronica Roth did that just to cause pain and trauma. I don't know. There was no other reason for that. Next, The In-Between, The Umbrella Academy. I've read volume 1. I was originally interested in it because I like My Chemical Romance, and I found out that Gerard Way wrote these things, these comics, so that's why. So I only read the first volume so far, and I'm caught up on a Netflix show, and I love the story. I'm not really sure what the differences are yet because I've only read the first volume, but so far I'm really liking it. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Maybe not 10 out of 10. Anyway, next thing, Sherlock and Elementary. Sherlock, the show with Benedict Cumberbatch, and Elementary, the one with Lucy Liu. I'm obsessed with both of them. I know Sherlock there's a running joke, and I am a part of that joke. It's cracked. The charger and the phone port. I feel like listen, I understand, okay? But Sherlock and Elementary, they just have a hold on me. I don't know what it is. The reason it's in between because I've read the short story collection, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and I plan to read the rest of the stories sometime soon, hopefully. But that's all I have to talk about. Hopefully this video was somewhat coherent. Let me know your favorite adaptations and like whether you like the book and the adaptation separately or like as one story. Thank you for watching. Regarding liking, commenting, and subscribing, do what you want. Bye.